With a yo-ho-ho, it's Tale of the Toaster. Welcome back to Let's Play Inazuma 11 Go Light. In the last video, we arrived here at the Shifting Sands Arena and met up with our opponents, Universal Middle School. What we did not know is that their genius player who comes along only once a decade is actually Sol, Arion's friend from the hospital, whose health has been in danger for quite some time. This seems like a bit of a risk to me, Arion. I had no idea you played for Universal, or that you played for any team for that matter, but I thought you weren't well enough to play.
So now you know. I've loved football since I was young. Every time the doctors turned their back on me, I'd be straight outside for a kickabout. And my skills just kept improving. People said I was the most talented kid they'd seen this side of the decade. Knowing that I could even I could have a talent, that there was something I was better at than everyone else, it was great. But my illness just kept getting worse and worse. Eventually, the doctors banned me from playing altogether. That was when I saw you guys play. It sparked up my passion for football again, and there was no holding it back. I want to face your team on the pitch, and I want to win. If I can do that, I don't care what happens to me afterwards. What? Just so you know, we've already been told all about this arena's secrets. Not that I think that's fair or anything, but, well, you are taking on 5th Sector, so you must have known they'd give us an advantage. Of course, that's one thing we can rely on. 5th Sector scum are always gonna cheat. Whether 5th Sector help us or not, I still love football just as much as any of you. So, well, I'd say there's no one better for me to test my skills against. Let's get ready, shall we?
Alright. He's just kind of casually said to Arion that he's willing to die for this match, but he's felt a powerful connection to us ever since the first day we met, almost like a gravitational pull, which is actually a little bit of a joke if you understand the theme of this team, which you can quickly figure out from the name Universal. So they are level 38, so you want to be in and around that area. I am level 39. I would certainly rather be over than under. You need Arion, Victor and Ricardo on the pitch up front, and you need JP and Sam on. And the fact that you need Sam at all suggests to me that he needs to be in goal. So we're going to put in there. I'm also going to swap out Peabody for JP. He can go back there for now. Otherwise, this is what I want to run with. Roma's having a bit of a backseat compared to usual. Universal are without a doubt the strongest team we've faced so far, but I believe we can win. Now go and show them what you've got.
So Universal have finally decided to play Daystar. If they defeat Raimon, this would be the end of the Hillman faction, and Zabel's position as Emperor will be secure. Raimon must not win. Zabel, it was I who granted you the title of Holy Emperor. I entrusted you with the duty of regulating football in my stead. You cannot lose your position. I know.
So even Austin Hobbs has sided with them.
Who will go through to the final? Will it be Raimon, the runners-up from last year? Or Universal with their genius striker? Let the second Saints-Way semi-final begin! Yeah, don't forget that. We're in the semi-finals, boys. And they've decided to waste it on a desert pitch. Well, I couldn't tell you what that logo says. Probably Universal. But, you know, so we've already gone over the Raimon formation. So let's just have a look at the Universal formation. And actually, I'm going to jump straight over to the coach, which is Hayley Cometti. You can probably see her on the layout. Something I've never mentioned before is that stats for certain players will go up or down depending on their affinity with the coach. And because this is Sol Daystar's very first match in the whole tournament as part of this team, he, despite being the most challenging player in this match, is actually directly nerfed by the coach, Hayley Cometti. Because he hasn't built an affinity with her yet. But of course she buffs the rest of the team, and again, at the end of the day, it's the mission objectives I'm most worried about, so this is still a problem, and Sol will probably still score no matter what if you give him the opportunity, so I wouldn't consider it like. It's just something to keep in mind here at this arid wasteland of a football match. We will, of course, be starting with your typical cross the dotted line with the ball, and this first half of the match, much like the pitch itself, is pretty barren of mission objectives. There's very, very few that we're required to do in order to get to free time. So as long as I can steal the ball from this player, we're going to get straight on with the first little bit of story, of which there won't be many.
Let's do this. What the?
Daystar is blazing past the Raimon defenders with some beautiful dribbling technique. The perilous sands aren't slowing him down at all. He's so fast, even on this sandy pitch.
Everybody stop him. Right. Wow, the sand is moving.
And there it is, the fiendish but perhaps all too inevitable quirk of the Shifting Sands arena has come into play. With the Shifting Sands dragging them down, the Raimon 11 are in real trouble.
I can't make it to him in this sand. Arion, he's heading your way. Right. Hey presto, I'm stealing Ricardo's move. Ah! What are you playing at, Sherwind? Time for you to see the power of my fighting spirit, Sun Deity Apollo! Ha!
He's too powerful! How can anybody stop a shot like that?
I won't let anyone stand in my way. So what if my health's not that great? I'm gonna win this match even if I have to suffer. I don't care what happens to me afterwards. Right now, I'm gonna shine brighter than the sun.
So,
And back into free play. As we can see, the top half of the pitch is currently affected by this arena's gimmick, but fortunately we don't have to go anywhere near there because it's past 4 times, which is already done.
so, you can't keep pushing yourself so hard, otherwise you'll...
Sherwin, what are you playing at? Don't hold anything back!
I'm not holding back. I don't think I am anyway. Arion isn't playing as well as he usually does. I think he's worried about that ball.
That made me wonders.
And there we go. As I said, we're already into free time. Fantastic. It's certainly nothing like an Alpine match, but they're going to bust out a second fighting spirit on us. Neptune, also named after a planet, just like everyone else on this team. But we have to deal with, not only that, but also Sol Daystar's fighting spirit, Apollo, the Robot Wars Series 8 champion. So plenty to worry about right now, and they're even going to bring one out on the goalkeeper as well. A goalkeeper who, according to the anime, has conceded the least amount of goals in this entire story thus far. So I didn't think I was going to have to use a fighting spirit in this first half. But if the goalkeeper is going that all out, then I will do the same and use my strongest fighting spirit move, Bushin Blades, at close range. This is the best I think I can hope to do. I'm still not confident, because as we know, Giga Knuckle Sandwich worked perfectly well for Alessandro Il Grande in the last story match earlier on in this chapter, and yes, that was enough to stop the strongest thing I had. We're still going to blaze straight back up the pitch with Roma, of course, because he's still got enough TP left. What a shame that this supposedly amazing goalkeeper doesn't even have his own unique fighting spirit special move. He does have a fairly unique regular saving move, which is called All-Star, but we're not going to be seeing that in a hurry, given that he's already brought out his fighting spirit. So as we saw with the arena gimmick, it is the Shifting Sands of the Shifting Sands arena, which is making everything difficult. And naturally, if you cross over that, which is seen by the parts of the moving floor, yeah, that will slow you down significantly. Which makes sense, but it covers a lot of the pitch, so this is definitely one of the most intrusive gimmicks of the match. Roma's fighting spirit is done, but the goalkeeper's is nearly gone as well, so I'm okay with being behind at the moment. Just about.
These guys are far too good. Sam, are you alright? I'm afraid he'll have to sit the second half out. The way he is now, he'll be useless in goal.
JP, put your gloves on. You can handle it, right?
Well, I'm ready. Just leave it to me. I'll give it everything I've got. Excellent. Then go and get ready. I'll defend our goal, whatever they throw at me. What's wrong with me today? I'm not holding back, but I'm not playing as well as I should. We can't afford to lose this match. Arion, I know you can play better than this. Huh? But it doesn't matter whether you face me at full strength or not. I'll beat you either way. I play every match as though it's my last, because for all I know, it might be. That's why I'm able to give it everything I've got. That's how I play. That's who I am. But you're playing for Universal, for 5th Sector. Can you really give every match your all with them in charge? Oleg Zabel really does love football. I believe in what he's trying to do. That's all there is to it. Wait, what? Anyway, I'm not doing this for 5th Sector. I'm doing this because I want to beat you as a fellow football lover. If you say so. I think I get it now. The reason Sol is so strong is because he's always following his heart. In which case, I should do the same. As a fellow football lover, I'll be the one beating you, Sol. And we, of course, have to take Sam off. We will be swapping him directly for JP. Who do we want to have in defence? It may as well be Rusty now that he's got Pincer Pinch. It's a slightly better defensive move than he had before. This is, I think, the very first time in the whole Let's Play I'm going into the second half with a goal deficit. But we're in mission objectives for now, so we're not to worry about it just yet. Fuge, I don't know how you would pronounce that. Is it Fuge? Is it Fugu? Fure? I'm not a musician, as you can tell. Yeah, Roma just tries to casually take on 2 fighting spirits at once, and that's not going to happen. Oh, actually, I should note there, we saw that the arena gimmick of the Shifting Sands was actually speeding Sol's movement up there because it was pushing in the other direction. So, we wouldn't mind seeing that swap around. Naturally, we're in the mission objective, so even if they steal from Go Light exclusive Xavier Foster stroke Schiller stroke anything else he fancies coming up with. Arion, what are you doing here? The mission objective is to get you all the way into the orange circle up there. Can you not be here, please? Yeah, Meteor Blade is obviously a bit of a space-themed move, so they just decide to pass that on to this team. But Solar Surprise is a unique move. Fortissimo Foot definitely isn't. Brings up the constant issue I've brought up with this game, where I just get sick of all the plagiarized moves across teams. It wasn't a problem in Inazuma 11-3, because that game had so many special moves, but this game just decided to delete almost all of them so that it could start afresh with just a few like Illusion Ball and Meteor Blade coming back.
really worked against the favour of this game because goalkeepers have so few moves to choose from. Oh, really? We passed it back to that guy. I thought I had a plan here, but never mind. This fighting spirit is going to delay the proceedings of the match longer and longer. But, okay, the sand's going to go sideways. That doesn't make a difference at all. Sure, you can have that when they're going to take a shot again because fighting spirits are overpowered. And they just serve to waste our time, as they always do. They can't score, so all they're doing is running down their own FSP. Arion, stop coming back here, please! You need to be ages away. He's done it again. I can't believe this, Arion. What am I supposed to do? I'm trying to get all the other characters to pass upfield where Arion should be waiting, but he's just coming back to help his friend JP and getting hit by all these plagiarized moves. This will not be as much of a problem in future Inazuma 11 Go games, especially Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy, but of course I cannot play that one. They start bringing back loads of moves from previous games while also inventing a lot of new ones. Do you see the problem here though, Inazuma 11? Sol Daystar is going to use Solar Flare, one of the strongest moves in the game, and JP's just going to catch it in the palm of his hands because we need to move on with the story, but I can't because Aphrodite knockoff number 7 is using Fortissimo Foot and he's not losing any TP for it. So I am literally wasting my time in the broadest, no, opposite of that, the most literal sense of a waste of time. Don't make me cut part of the match out because I've never ever ever had to do that before. Adekebe, you are going for a long shot and obviously it can't score, but it's going to get the ball on the other side of the field, and I was tempted to do that like 10 minutes ago. But I thought I could do it without. No, I don't need to shot chain because it's literally impossible to score right now. No, I don't need to shot chain because it's literally impossible to score right now. Maybe Arion wouldn't mind finally getting back up here where he's meant to be. I put him in the striker position and they've given it back to Neptune. Oh, the first half was so quick. That took no time at all. The second half has basically not even begun yet. I'm sick of this. I'm passing it up to Adekebe again, if I can. Arion's gonna move forwards, log roll, and then I'll use Arion's dribbling move as well if I have to, because log roll is only 24 power. It's probably not good enough. Easy breezy, just a slight bit better. Pass to Ricardo for now. Play-by-plays. Victor's going to use Land of Ice and waste all his TP so that we can finally pass to Arion without passing to Ricardo by mistake, which is absolutely going to happen. But I got away with it. I'm not holding back. Take this. Ah! Wingsteed Pegasus. You really are a worthy opponent, Arion. Now let's soar above the pitch together. Sol. I'm fine. Here goes. He's in the air. Arion, he's going to counter your shot with Solar Flare. He's so high up. But if I'm going to beat him, I'll need to go even higher. Higher than anyone. I need to reach the sky. Carry me, wings of Pegasus. Ah! What? Pegasus evolved. Now there's his real potential. By setting their fighting spirits against each other with all their hearts, they grow even stronger. Wow, that's amazing, Arion. And this is the only example in the game of a fighting spirit evolving, and that's not like a gameplay mechanic, it's literally just turned into something else entirely. And not only that, Pegasus used to use a dribbling move as its one special move, but that's changed. Now that we've got Arch Pegasus, Arion actually loses his dribbling move to get Pegasus Punch, another shooting move. It's very strong, but I actually don't approve of this because now we don't have a dribbling fighting spirit move anymore. We cannot use regular Pegasus at all. It will always be Arch Pegasus from now on.
I won't lose here. I can't. Team, let's use our secret weapon. Are you sure? You know what'll happen if we do this, don't you? I know. I don't have the time to be holding anything back. Ha! Sun Deity Apollo! He already has the strength to summon his fighting spirit again, but it just burnt out. It's becoming more and more powerful. How's that happening? Ah, there's an aura flowing from the other players into Daystar. Are they fueling his fighting spirit with their own power? Ha! This way, I can keep using my fighting spirit as long as I like. That's the power of spirit linking. Spirit linking? That's an incredible ability. But they're using it because they're threatened by us. This is an all-out battle. Neither side can afford to hold anything back. Maybe so, but at this rate, our chances look slim. What should we do?
If they can come together to resummon their fighting spirits, maybe we can do something similar. Victor, Captain, when I give the word, summon your fighting spirits. We should try bonding their powers together.
What are you talking about? I don't know if it'll work, but it's worth a try, right?
Pegasus! Lancelot!
Maestro!
Now, Captain, we're all ready. Make our 3 fighting spirits fuse into one.
Right. Fighting spirits become one!
Universe and beasts. Griffin!
The 3 fighting spirits bonded into one.
What? They used their own strategy to come up with a whole new technique? Unbelievable! Rah, let's do this! And go! With a superpowered shot from their bonded fighting spirits, Raimon have scored a scorcher of a goal! We did it! Arion, you're amazing! I've never had so much fun playing football before.
Well, I hope you enjoyed Arch Pegasus because it lasted all of 3 minutes. We can also use Griffin on Arion now, but this is obviously a very different thing. First things first, you can see exactly why I wasn't too concerned about having a goal deficit at the start of the first half, because we're already in the lead without me even having to do anything. Arion gets 2 guaranteed goals, and we have Griffin active on Arion right now. And I don't know if you saw that movement speed, but by sacrificing the use of Maestro and Lancelot, we can use the combined Griffin, and it is broken.
Everyone, don't let your guard down.
Hey, are you alright? You look like you fell right on your head. Virtuoso!
Oh dear! It looks like Dirigo has collided violently with a member of the opposing team. Can he get back up? That didn't sound good, and it looked like you fell face first into the ground. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. Have you sprained your leg? Maybe you should take some time off and sit on the bench. I'm fine. I can still play. Now come on, let's win this match.
I'm very glad that Ricardo does keep playing, because otherwise we wouldn't be able to use Griffin, which I'm telling you right now is going to wipe the floor with this team if we get the opportunity. Where is it? Not in a useful position right now, I will admit. So we have to make sure they don't score on us right now. That's the only danger. I don't think Ricardo's stats are affected in any way, but Flamberge is 150 power. Nothing will stop this. At least not until the post-game, maybe. I wouldn't want to take that for granted. But even beyond the power of Griffin's actual move, the movement speed you get out of Griffin is unprecedented. 0 things can challenge Griffin. And it's very, very hard to set up because you genuinely need to have Maestro, Arch Pegasus, and Lancelot active at all times. So you can't have JP's Fighting Spirit active, you can't have Roman's Fighting Spirit active, and you need to have all of those 3 on the trot. So it's an extremely difficult thing to set up. But if you do, well, let's just say I've used a 150 power move already, and I still have more than enough TP to go for a 4th goal in one match. This is extremely, extremely strange, because Universal is the semi-final, the penultimate match of the whole story, and it's the easiest match in the game. I genuinely don't get it. I mean, fair enough. We had to introduce Griffin at some point, otherwise we were never going to know how to use it. And the other gimmick that we were introduced to, spirit linking, is also a thing. If one character's FSP runs out and we really want to use that exact same FSP, that exact same fighting spirit, you can sacrifice a bit of everyone else's FSP total to re-summon that same fighting spirit. So I could use Lancelot for an entire match, and then when it runs out, I could then take a bit of everyone else's FSP and bring Lancelot straight back out again. It's the proper backup squad, and there's not too many uses for it, but Fighting Spirit's already dominated the way this game plays, and now it's even stronger. We've got Super Fighting Spirits, an Evolved Fighting Spirit, and Resummoned Fighting Spirits. And Arion scores beyond a hat-trick thanks to this ability. Universal really is not a challenge as long as you can get past the mission objectives. I'm going to try and not use Griffin again in this game, so try and remember what it looks like. You do see it in the anime as well, but most of all it's the main focus of the Inazuma 11 Go movie, which they need to tell us about now. But yeah, so Griffin, as I said, it's the main focus of the movie, but you see it here too.
Sol! Wait.
Oh no!
That was the perfect match. I'm so glad we got to play you guys here in the semi-finals. Now, I can face my fate. No regrets. At least, I shouldn't have any regrets. But I still want to play. Arion, what do I do? I can't let it end here. This can't be it.
Sol, you will be able to play again.
Will I? I'm not so sure.
Yes, you will. The doctor said you can still get better, right? So for now, focus on getting better. Don't give up, and we'll play again someday. No matter how long it takes, I'll be there when you recover.
Alright. Anything is possible, as long as I don't give up. Right?
Of course. It'll be fine.
It will.
Oh dear, Sol Daystar. Well, at least he's not going to play football and be detrimental to his health again. We don't think.
time coming.
You can say that again. And it's not like other years either. You made it here on raw skill. Hey, this time it actually means something.
We're this close to victory. We're really gonna take back football, right, Rick? Rick?
Captain! Captain! What's wrong? Is he alright?
He's injured his leg, and it looks like he may have a concussion. We'll have to get him into the hospital.
Hang in there, Captain. Doctor? Is he... Will he be alright? No. Captain, please be okay. Isn't there some way he can recover more quickly?
I'm afraid not. It will take at least 3 months before his leg is fully healed. Playing football is out of the question.
But there has to be a way.
I see.
He's been working so hard to get this far. Surely, there must be something you can do.
I'm afraid some things just aren't possible.
Captain.
Yeah, so if you don't remember, that sliding tackle that Ricardo suffered in the match against Universal has done way more damage than anyone ever expected. We have to go up to the 3rd floor, which was previously locked off in this hospital, because Ricardo Dorigo is here in a bad way.
So, you finally mastered it. Now all that remains is to see how effectively you can lead Arion Sherwind.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Very good. Then let us meet again at the final.
Yes, Holy Emperor.
I get it now, Axel. I understand what you're trying to do.
It's here at last, the Saints' Way final! Football's been through enough, and this is our chance to save it once and for all. We've got to win this match and get everything out in the open. I hope you're ready for a whole load of action in the future of football!